All right. On this advisor tip video, we're going to talk about cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity, everybody's favorite topic.
Yeah.
But even though that is the case, the reality is that when you're an independent advisor, you're not only the head person responsible to your clients, but you're basically responsible for any and everything to do with cybersecurity at the firm. Whether it be a single data breach or something, God forbid, more systemic and dangerous, the bad guys just seem to get more sophisticated and more persistent.
Yeah. Cybersecurity, again, nobody wants to talk about it, but we have to do something about it because financial advisory firms are prime targets. We have access to a lot of sensitive information. Small practices almost often consider themselves like nobody cares about us, but they're oftentimes don't have the systems in place and they'll become targets. There are also regulatory requirements from a SEC and a state standpoint that mandated. And, what are we dealing with is one massive breach. Just even if clients don't lose any money, you may lose data, but you're definitely going to take a hit from a reputation standpoint on the disaster recovery plan you've got to put in place. You've got to notify every one of your clients that there was a data breach. And those vulnerabilities are as simple as clicking a link in an email. We do quarterly training. There's testing where a cybersecurity firm will test each of our team members to try and, again, get in front of this. On education, there was just something from Charles Schwab sent out that they've gotten as sophisticated if you're searching for their login in Google, they paid for some paid advertisements for you to click the wrong link, put in your credentials. So again, this isn't going away. So what we try to do is educate all of our advisor partners on here are the steps you can take to try and limit the exposure to this, because it's not if, it's when we will be targeted in your individual firm. This is back to why you want to be in the partnership model and who your partners are. You, as the financial advisor, don't want to be thinking about this, but you need to do something about it. So even better if the partner you're with is laying out for you in a real simple way, here are the steps you need to take to limit your risk from a cybersecurity standpoint, on top of being on their platform, so they're responsible for it instead of you are. And security isn't just technology, it's the habits and awareness. And that's what we try to help our advisor partners do. You've got to treat the client data like you would treat your own. You don't want your data out there, so you can't let theirs out. And again, the training and education, knowing what you're clicking and who it's from, is exceptionally important. This isn't why any one of us became an advisor, but it's required. We have to pay attention to this in order to stay an advisor and to stay, hopefully, a successful advisor. So, our clients' trust depend on us paying attention to some of these nuances. And the question is your current partnership model doing that? And if it's not, then, that's something for you to either get educated on your own or to consider a new partner. But we appreciate you joining us for this advisor tip video.